Hello everyone. In today's video, I will give you guys an introduction to trading in Path of Exile. Trading in general. Path of Exile unfortunately does not have an auction house. You have to use the trading site, the in-game chat, Discord or other methods to make trades happen. The trade site is pretty straightforward. If you want to use it, you have to log in into your Path of Exile account, search for items that you want to buy, and let's say we want to buy an enlightened support. Click here, go to search. Then you can send the player that sells it a direct whisper in game. And then they invite you to a party, go to their hideout, they invite you to a trade, you trade, and that's it. Pretty straightforward. Premium stash tabs. If you want to sell items on the site, you have to buy a premium stash tab. You cannot use regular stash tab. Let's say you bought a premium stash tab. Now what? If you want the site to list the items in the stash tab, you have to make it public. Right click the tab. This is a premium stash tab. Click public. You can also give it a name. And then you have to choose between each item individually priced, set negotiable price on all items, or set exact price on all items. Let's say we want to sell these polished expedition scarabs. You right click the expedition scarabs, go to exact price, and let's say we charge 2 chaos orbs for 1 polished expedition scarab. Item prices. If you find an item that you think is worth selling, check the price. You can do that by either going to the trade website and typing in all the stats. You can type the stats for your item in here. You can choose the category, rarity, damage, etc, etc. There's a long list of things that you can choose from. Or you can use an overlay, which I highly recommend because it saves you a lot of time. I personally use Awaken PoE Trade. This program has a lot of good features besides price checking and is easy to use. Let's say I want to price check this enlightened support. I'm gonna press Ctrl D. Now it shows me the prices. I can also click this and go directly to the trade site. The Forbidden Trove Discord. Certain things cannot be sold on the trade site. For example, the tier 4 Ashling Unveil. The Forbidden Trove Discord is a place where these and other things get sold. The trading here works like this. You search for the needed service. There are a lot of channels. You can also use the search option in the top right corner. You message the person through the Discord. You send them a private message. You agree to meet, the person performs the act that you paid him for, and then you go to the service vouch channel and you vouch for each other. And that's pretty much it. Okay, let's talk a bit about scammers. Always make sure to check the item that gets sold to you. I get it. We all want to be as efficient as possible and do not want to waste time, but I'll always take the time to check. The most common method used by scammers is to put in the original item first, and then they cancel the trade and put in either an item that looks similar or an item that looks totally the same, but is not worth as much because of the stats that it has. Another method is to mix in items into a large sale that looks similar. So example 1 would be, you want to buy a level 3 enlightened support, uncorrupted. You start to trade, he cancels the trade, and then he puts in this. This is worth 1.5 divines. This is worth 30 chaos orbs. Or same here. You want to buy a cortex. You start to trade, he cancels the trade, and then he puts in an alter distant memory. Or even he puts in an alter distant memory first, because he thinks you're dumb enough not to really check. This here is pretty sick too. Let's say you buy these in bulk. Let's say you buy, for example, 90 Gilded Harbinger Scarabs. And he puts in 1 or 2 stacks of these. They look pretty similar. I know this one is a bit brighter, but if you're in a hurry or you're too tired, you might not notice it, and bam, you got scammed. The last idea that I want to talk about is the idea of bulk selling. You've got something in stock, and if someone buys multiple items instead of just one, they usually get a discount. In Path of Exile, however, the opposite is true. If you want to buy more, you have to pay more. That is why I would always recommend that you check the bulk prices for farmable items like scarabs, delirium orbs, etc. Why is that? The reason for this fact is that in PoE you cannot just walk into a store and buy the amount that you want. You have to trade, and trading takes time. That is why the seller can ask for more currency. They save you, the buyer, time. Because for example, if you want to buy 50 polished expedition scarabs, You are only buying them one by one. You have to make 50 trades instead of one trade for 50. Imagine the time you would waste on these 50 trades. So my tip to you, if you decide to sell an item in bulk, give the item the price that you would charge if you would sell one. So let's say I want to sell one polished expedition scarab for 3 chaos orbs. If you put in the other scarabs as well, the trade site recognizes that you charge 3 chaos orbs for one expedition scarab, while also recognizing that 50 are for sale. So someone can message you and the message can say, hey, I want to buy your 50 polished expedition scarabs for 150 chaos orbs. To show you an example, this is how it looks on the trade site. You go to the bulk item exchange, you choose between items that you want and items that you have. You can also say how much the seller should have in stock, and then the prices show up. You can click contact and then you can slide. The seller currently offers polished expedition scarab for 1.8 C to 1. Can buy 100 polished expedition scarabs for 180 C. And that's it. Okay, that concludes the video. I hope you guys found it informative. The idea was to give you, the beginner or even intermediate players, a quick overview over trading in Path of Exile. I hope the video achieved that, and I wish you guys a wonderful day. Bye.